Hello everyone, this is a 360 degree video, so go ahead and move your phone around or click on the screen, touch your screen, and kind of drag it around to be able to see all areas. I decided to make a pilgrimage, if you will, to the spot of the treasure for the Utah Treasure Hunt 2023. And so this is just kind of showcasing the area of being able to get to where the treasure was. There's a little bit of a smudge on the screen there, and I apologize about that. I have a scrape in the lens protector of my camera, so just kind of ignore that as we move forward here onto the trail. And what we're going to be coming up to now is the bridge when you first get onto the trail, and I wanted to kind of point this out to showcase just how nice of an area this is. And it was under trees for most of the trail all the way up to the big rock. And oh, by the way, this is Elephant Rock Trail, so just super nice trail. And when you get to this point, which is the top of the steeple, as it was the upside down point to heaven kind of clue there, uh, if you get to this bridge, you've gone too far, but it is an awesome point to just sit down and hang out for a while, especially in the shade and the cool water. It was a noticeable point of being able to the temperature drop when I got right here, so it was very refreshing to get to this point. And we're going to head back down to where we jump off of the trail. And I tried to point out in this part the two pine trees that you can see from the trail and where you kind of get off of the trail right here. It was a little bit where people had definitely jumped off the trail and done some exploring. So I think if this was before the treasure was found, it might be a little bit harder to get down to those two trees. You kind of had to make your way through a bit of brush, which then brings us to this spot right here where make sure you're clicking around to be able to see all three trees for where the treasure was found here. At the base of one of these trees is where I believe that treasure was located, and you did have to do a little bit of bushwhacking to get down to this area. So as far as where like a 7-year-old could make it down in here, I do believe that is accurate. And the trail itself, a 7-year-old being able to get to this point, I believe that is accurate also. And there's a couple trees here that I went to first where I just kind of poked around to see, like, okay, is this a viable spot to hide a treasure chest? Which, first tree was no, the second tree, not really. And so now I'm making my way over to the third tree, which I believe is where that treasure chest was located. And right at the base here is a perfect spot where you can actually see where some stuff's been dug up. Now, as far as whether the treasure chest was buried or not, hard to say. I took a stick here and I started poking around into the dirt to be able to kind of shovel it out of the way to see if you could, say, bury something in that location or kind of set it there to put a whole bunch of brush on top of. And I do believe that is the location that was at. There's kind of like a dig out right at the base of that tree, so I could see where something was set there and then a whole bunch of brush shoved up around it and on top of it a little bit and whatnot. The roughly 60 feet off the trail, I could see that also being hard to guess because you have to kind of come down around some of the brush to be able to get to this spot. So yeah, this is just kind of at this point just messing around with feasibility of putting a chest there, but now you can see in full 360 what the area looks like and the three pine trees that are here. But besides that, that's all I got for being able to kind of see what's here. So you can form your own conclusions or opinions and whatnot about this area, but now you can look around to find what's here. And if you are going to go on this trail, I do highly suggest making your way all the way up to Big Rock. It's just a really neat place to go visit and kind of check out to see the area. Be a completionist for the trail, so make your way back up to the trail here, and this is Big Rock. Not from the top of it, but just kind of from the base. You do have to go down kind of a steep section of trail to get to this spot, but I think it's totally worth it to get to the end of the trail here and kind of check it out and hang out for a while. So other than that, I will leave you to it and see you later.